Yeah, you know what? It is. Welcome to the weekly replay. Today we've got Lil Uzi Vert's Love is Rage 2, as clearly stated multiple times on this cover. Alright, so we recently did a Eternal A Take and uh, Lil Uzi Vert vs. the World 2 tier list. Finally, that came out. So figured I someone actually mentioned on that video do a Love is Rage 2 tier list. So we're gonna do that. So we've got right here, boom, there's all our tracks, plus the deluxe version, which don't worry, that's in here. Even though the songs aren't as good, it's still in here. Regard -1. All right. So obviously start off Love is Rage 2, which could be what people consider uh, a classic. People could say this is a classic album for the modern, like as modern albums go. Love is Rage 2 could be a classic album. So we got first track, 2, with R. I don't know what that art is exactly, but it's that. It's basically just about here. Where is it? 2 right here. It's basically about Uzi, claiming everyone's hopped on his wave. It's everyone's just trying to do what he's doing to get popular, and how he's kind of made the sound. He's kind of set it all up. It's all him, and they're just kind of following it. Um, Song's good, definitely good intro. He's not gonna lie, he's got money in the power. B, you think B? I think B's fair to 2, maybe even like B plus. All right, we'll call it B plus, even though you can't really tell. That's a nice B plus right there. All right, followed by 2, we have 444 plus 222, which obviously is 666. I believe 444 is for Jay-Z, referencing Jay-Z's album. I don't know why he does that, but I know the 666 is obviously to do with everyone saying that Uzi's like Satan worshiper around this time, like the whole thing, like Lucifer, Lil Uzi Vert, that whole thing that was going on right now. But like I'm pretty sure it's honestly just because Uzi is like kind of punking inspired. I think what's the band, like Misery Business or whatever, that song, that group, he's inspired, like that's a main artist that he's inspired by. So punk is obviously anti-Christian sentiment usually. So that's why he has this. This song, ooh, 4 A A. It's weird trying to put these so close to each other because it's like 2 4 4, like but that's where I put it. Definitely all high tiers so far. Obviously your opinions might be a little different. I think if I'm within a tier, so like if I put A and you think it's B plus, like that's close enough. Like that's pretty close. So it's good. It's good. Next we have Sauce It Up. Pretty pretty simple, like simple Uzi song. Pretty, like what you expect. This is what you expect from Uzi. I feel like definitely good. Definitely good. He does the, oh yeah, this is the song where he does the Lucifer, like at the start and the end, sound like his name. I think this is still B2. Okay, so basically, I just like refreshed my memory there real quick on everything, because I was listening to this a couple times yesterday. Obviously, I mean I've never stopped listening to this album. Let's be honest here, but I just wanted to refresh, because putting them into tiers is very particular. All right, Sauce It Up is B plus at worst. We're gonna say like in between these two. All right, we're gonna put it right in between them, because I can't get an exact spot for it, but it's definitely higher than what I just said. All right. Next we have No Sleep Leak. Uzi focusing on his, whoa, I just moved the whole thing. Ah, will be fine. Whole video gets cut off. Genius. All right. Next we have anyways. Next we have No Sleep Leak. Bleh. Uzi contemplating his newfound success, his fame, everything he has, but like what is the cost? What is the cost of his fame? And this is where Uzi really enters the first time that he's kind of focusing in on uh the main focus of this album, which is his relationship with Brittany Bird. And it's kind of he kind of quickly kind of glances over it in this track, just kind of like mentioning, like it's like in the back of his mind, like it's going through, but he quickly brushes over, goes back to his success, you know, everything he has, his money, cars, all that. And it's a nice intro track to like the feel of the album. I think it's definitely around the same. It's probably B. We'll put this one in B. It's still good. Remember, B is still very good. Okay, anything S A B is all good. C is mediocre. D F trash bad. Okay, just make that clear. Okay, next we have Way Life Goes. Okay, which is sideways. We'll rotate it. Don't worry. Let me just make it very clear. This is an S tier song. This is a fantastic song. The remix, Nicki Minaj does not add anything to this track. Okay, Nicki Minaj only makes it worse. That's number one. Okay, and the whole song is Uzi talking about Brittany Bird, basically. You know, the the melodies he takes throughout the whole song just fantastic with the beat. Just everything about this song. Even his feature that he got, not a big name, but very good on this track. It's all about just like, you know, the way life goes. Like that's just he's like trying to come to terms with like that's it just happened, you know. He can't change it. He just needs time to heal his wounds. Followed by For Real. Immediately after that song, we go to For Real. Where is it on here? Here it is. We got For Real right here. For Real is what's that? The beat on For Real is like really like reminds me a lot of like now, obviously the beat of You Better Move reminds me of For Real, but they're very similar kind of beat choices that Uzi does, you know? And kind of similar songs as well. Very similar songs, I believe. But it definitely just shows kind of Uzi's witty bars, you know, Uzi's cadence changes, everything good about Uzi. It's also B. Also B. Definitely not above B. It's probably so far of the songs I've heard or gone over, not heard. The songs that we've gone over, okay? For Real is the lowest of these songs, you know? You know, compared to other things, it's obviously way better, but you're comparing good to good. It makes it rough, you know? Next, we have Feelings Mutual. Where is Feelings Mutual, you ask? Right here. Nice upside down. This song is, while it's not my favorite, like, while it's not my favorite out of these, I feel like the content kind of, I know it's weird, like, or like the messaging that Uzi's going through just like elevates it for me when I listen to it. Anytime I listen to it, it just elevates it usually, because it's all like the idea that like Uzi is just talking about how he can't feel, like he doesn't need love, and he just constantly he's saying it, like he doesn't need it, and he says it so much to the point where like someone says like they're okay, so much that like it's obvious they're not okay. It's kind of like that, and I feel like that's a really like interesting way to like use repetition that's like never really done, or you just see the repetition for the repetition, but like this is like has a second meaning to it, I feel like, which just elevates the track. All right, so it's A. I know it's gonna someone could be like, "Oh, Feelings Mutual is above this." No, you know what? It's good. It's good. My opinion, guy. All right. Neon Guts is next on the track list. Where is Neon Guts on this thing? It's actually a game. Find the. Here it is. Neon Guts is practically invisible. Let me make this. There we go. So everyone can see it a little bit there. Neon Guts is Uzi's Pharrell collaboration. I think it's their only. Yeah, it's their only collaboration. Obviously, it's Pharrell, but it's definitely really good. It's it's a nice break, you know. It's kind of like right in the middle of the track list, and it's much more upbeat than everything else. Definitely a good track. Pharrell and Uzi together really good. I like the Pharrell does his classic like four, I think it's like a four count repetition of like the same note, and it kicks in. That always starts off a song like really good. Like when they do that, when he does that, I should say. I like that. I like that intro to the song because when it makes the beat more impactful when it drops, and it's right at the start. So this is definitely A. This song, I've listened to this one many times. Um, Early 20 Rager. Oh, right here. Okay. So now I'm just quoting Uzi here, okay? Uh, Early 20 Rager is in a song. It's when the Molly hits. So Early 20 Rager can not be ranked. It can't be ranked because it is in fact. Oh, look at all this. It gets cut off. Cool. Well, it can't be ranked because it's not a song. I'm sorry. Early 20 Rager is not a song, and this is a song tier list from Uzi's album. Early 20 Rager is not a song, so sorry. Sorry, just it's gone. It's gone. Alright, next. Unfazed. I think this is the last feature on the album. As it's very this album is very much Uzi, which is just shows how good he is because it's just the whole album's good. This song is, I'm gonna say it, it's carried by the Weeknd's chorus. Like the Weeknd saying unfazed, it just it just hits a certain way, you know? And it makes the song so much better. And it's kind of got the same thing as Feelings Mutual where it's like you keep saying you're unfazed, you keep saying it. But like you're not really, you know, like you're saying this, but your actions show this. I think unfazed is definitely B plus, you know, like kind of right nice in between there. Like using tracks. All right. Next we have Pretty Mommy. It's kind of just a classic Uzi song, like as in like you know, kind of formulaic Uzi song. There's nothing special to it in my opinion, but there's nothing bad about it either. As far as songs that I return to, this is probably really low on as far as this album goes. I think this is the lowest tier so far, being like a C plus. You know, I gotta do it to it. I know. I'm sorry. It's a Pretty Mommy is a C plus or B minus. You know, it's so like when you put it next to all these other tracks, it just feels so basic. Nothing special. And this project is special. All right, right after that we go to How to Talk. It's almost Uzi being asked to like or pleading almost more to like show him some respect. Like, you know, like he doesn't want to be treated poorly anymore. He wants to be talked to nice. I believe this one is still about his relationship with Brittany and kind of more towards their fighting and the end of their relationship and kind of how they get there. But it's definitely around here. It's, you know, it's not A. There's no way it's A. It's definitely I'm gonna give it a B. Right, nice B. The album starts to kind of, you know, after Neon Guts, the album kind of feels a little darker. I should say. I mean, it's not like it was so like lighthearted at the start, but like the songs kind of start to tonally go dark. And going about that, we have X, which is right here, like this tiny little thing. X is first. The Pure Born intro on this way worse than his current one. It's close, but it's just way worse than his current Pure Born's current tag is just it's perfect. It's perfect. When Uzi talks about X, like well, his ex, it's really like this time it really sounds like he's like over it. You know, he's just he's actually this time like it really sounds like on these past songs sounds like he's lying to himself. But this time it really sounds like he's past it. He's moved on. I'm gonna put that in A tier. Now S, you have to remember S is reserved for like classic songs. Okay, like A means it's a great song. S means it's transcending time kind of song. I think my nah, it's fine. It's fine. All right. Anyways, moving quickly along here to Malfunction. Right after just making it sound like he's over her, Uzi quickly goes back on to comparing himself to Britney's new boyfriend. And, you know, he doesn't understand like how this is happening. Um I think you know, this is kind of one of the reasons people like songs like Malfunction are reasons people say like, oh, Uzi does his best stuff when he's heartbroken because like I mean this album, most of this album he was heartbroken in. Look at where it's ranked. Like look at where these songs are ranked up here. The lowest we have one C plus. Okay, this is a big track list to have one C plus so far. So far, the deluxe version is about to hurt this real bad. But yeah, Malfunction, I definitely feel like it's an A. The next song is Dark Queen, which I really like where this song is placed. So Uzi, after talking about all these things, you know, it sounds like he's like depressed. He doesn't understand what's going on. It's just this is a ode to his mom, basically, like thanking her. You know, she's his dark queen. She like he's trying to tell her he'll be okay. Like he'll be all right. And when the single for this album is EXO Tour Life, you know, Dark Queen being right before it, right in between Malfunction and EXO Tour Life, it kind of it's I kind of want to say it's like I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. It's kind of I really like this song just because I don't know. Like first of all, it sounds great. All right, all these songs sound great. So let's make that clear. I'm gonna put it. It's like A plus. You know. I know it's above a lot of those, but I listen to that song a lot, and it always you can feel Uzi's emotion a little bit. You know. And finally for the regular album, we have EXO Tour Life, which alone, let's just make this clear, okay? This song is not on the level with any of these songs, okay? This song is off the list, like up, it's gone off the list. Very important that that's clear, okay? EXO Tour Life is probably in contest for Song of the Decade by itself. The narrative of, you know, Uzi's relationship with Britney Bird, his, you know, how she's like, uh, you know, suicide, like focusing on suicide, her thoughts of suicide, his substance abuse, kind of all this depression from that their relationship has led them to. It's it's just a deep song, and the fact that like it's also a banger when it's talking about this stuff, it's 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 S. Okay, like if I change this to like SS, like this thing is off the charts. Okay, so while you might see it here, I'm putting an S because that's as high as I can put it, but it is far and above S. It is quite literally one of the best songs to come out of the 2010s, and it is easily, as far as singles go, a classic, and it helps prompt this album to reaching like classic status. Um, Now that we've gone through the classic part of the album, we have the deluxe edition. Now, let's just get this clear, okay? The deluxe edition does not add anything to this album besides the final track. Skr Skr No, I'm good. I'm good, Uzi. It's okay. You just I'm okay. When you listen to this whole album, imagine going from EXO Tour Life to Skr Skr. Like it's not it's really not fair to it to be in the track list like that, but it's not it. It's not it compared to everything else. Uh it's definitely one of the weakest songs on this whole album. You know what? D tier. Definitely one of the weakest songs on this whole album. It is part of the deluxe, so we won't hit it like that. Loaded, also not that fantastic. C tier. Okay. Followed by Diamonds All on My Wrist. The deeper cadence, very repetitive. It's also a weaker song on the album, but it's not as Skr Skr is just annoying at this point. Like there's so much Uzi. Why am I gonna listen to Skr Skr? Diamonds All on My Wrist, also C. 20 minutes, however, definitely strongest track on the deluxe. It has a lot to offer. The fact that it's like, what's it called? It's like talking about Uzi's initial, really, like how he meets Britney. You know, it's kind of so EXO Tour Life ends the original version of the album with on this depressing, sad note. 20 minutes is almost the start of the album, but it's the last song. It's the 20 minutes of when they met, you know, like at his concert. How it's the story of how they met. Now, I'm pretty sure it's the Love is Rage cover art, the original one, which is kind of why the two albums go together, like why it's a sequel, which makes it really good. It's just, it's, and it's also obviously in the song he talks about how it's the 20 minutes before he has to go on stage, but it's, so it could also be viewed as like the 20 minutes their relationship has left, you know, before it's over. This song is really good. Besides the fact that it has all that content in it, it sounds great. Listen to it all the time. It is also an S tier song. So there's Uzi's track list, ranked tier list, whatever. Love is Rage 2. Definitely, if we had to look at where all this goes, you know, you have S, A, B, C, 1 in D tier. Obviously, the points out the most at A, but it's probably, as far as albums go, it's probably an A to an A plus album as far as that. But even though it's not considered an S album, I think as far as this style of music goes, Uzi released a classic. Like this, Love is Rage 2 will be his classic when you look back. Like he has great albums, but this one sticks out as transcending. It'll continue to last on throughout time, especially with things like EXO Tour Life, The Way Life Goes, Neon Guts, Malfunction, even some of the lower songs like Unfazed, like Two's such a good intro. It serves its purpose so well. All these songs very good, except for this one. Except for this one. But I mean, obviously these are lower, but like you get it, you understand, all right. If you've not listened to this album, which I highly doubt you haven't listened to this album. First of all, you clicked on a Love Is Rage 2 tier list, okay? This is highly recommended. Go listen to Love Is Rage 2 again. You know what? Actually, just go back and listen to it again. I know you've already heard it. Go back, listen to it again in order with the track list. Really kind of think about the messaging Uzi's going for, because he actually is going for messaging on this in the songs, or like where his feelings lie. And I think you'll see. That it truly is a classic. All right, that's all for this video. Obviously, we're done here. Let me know what you want to see in the past. Let me know anything. I obviously appreciate a subscribe. If you got to this point, I'd appreciate the subscribe. And you can also tell me what video you want to see next, and I will most likely do it. Like, let me mention again, I made a Lil Pump tier list because someone said it. Okay, so I honestly will do a video on whatever artist is said. All right, cool. Thanks for watching. See you, guy.